For many years, I asked myself this question, and today I want to talk about how to stop caring what other people think. What is going on? You know this is Altona, and welcome to another absolutely fantastic day. I'm really looking forward to talking to you about how not to care what other people think, even dealing with social anxiety, because often it comes from thinking or worrying about what other people think. The thing about it is you were created with an enormous amount of value. And just attempting to determine that value for ourselves can often be difficult. I know I had some struggles trying to see that for myself. What I found is the best way to determine that value is to get to know your creator, get to know God, get to know the one who actually created you and placed you here for a purpose. And if you're wondering how to do that, I actually created another video, 3 ways to get closer to God, and I'll make sure I link that up in the cards. But the best thing that you could possibly do is to get to know God. Spend time with him and ask him, ask the creator what your purpose was. Why did he create you, and for what reason did he place you here? And I guarantee you that our God, our Father, truly wants you to understand what your purpose is. I know that he would love for you to fulfill that purpose, and he will share with you or show you what that purpose is. All it takes is time to get to know him so you can hear him as he's speaking to you, as he's sharing with you or showing you what it is that he's created you for and how he's directing your path and focusing you in to accomplish the very things that he has placed you here for. If you pay attention to anybody with an enormous amount of confidence, depending on where that confidence comes from, sometimes it can be false confidence, sometimes it could be actual confidence. There are many people who have experienced or done things in their life because they've been successful in certain areas or in certain ways. They have an enormous amount of confidence when it comes to those particular areas. You even may feel that you have this enormous amount of understanding about a specific subject, and you're able to talk about that and hold a very intelligent conversation about that subject based on the fact that you've been so successful at it. And so when you find yourself in certain environments where you are the most comfortable, it's usually because you're around people who have interest in the same areas that you do, and you're able to speak and feed and add value to a conversation, or even give someone pointers or help steer them in a direction that's going to ensure their success in whatever that subject matter is. And the thing about it is this: what we often do is, depending on how many of those situations we find ourselves in, we're often base our personal worth on the lack of or the abundance of situations where we have a great deal of knowledge and we're able to speak into these particular situations or add value to these conversations. When the truth is, yes, you may have an abundance of knowledge in a certain area, which is value that God has actually placed in you and probably has something to do with the purpose that he created you for, but your value is not resting on what you have the ability to do. He created you with an enormous amount of value, and that value does not depend on what you do, what anyone else thinks of you, and how even you think of yourself. So I said all of that to go back to that major first thought: how to stop caring what other people think. Everything that I just stated helps you to realize that it does not matter what other people think about you. Yes, we want to be in a position where others see something in us enough that we can actually be a blessing to them, but it doesn't require them to see in anything to be a blessing. It doesn't require anyone saying or feeling anything about what you have the ability to do in order for you to have worth. You can walk confidently daily with that you know how to do, with that you have the ability to speak into, with everything that you do. You can walk confidently. And the best thing that you can do to maintain that level of confidence is to get in your word and get to know God and spend time with him and listen so he can focus you in the direction that he would have you to go in. That in itself is how you can have confidence. That in itself is how you can stop caring what other people think, because the only one that you need to be concerned with how he feels or how he thinks of what you do is God. Make sure that you get before him. And I'm going to throw this foundational thought right in there. God does use people to actually help guide you and focus you. He does use people to speak into your life and to even give you constructive criticism on how you can become better at that very gift or talent that God has placed in you, and even direction on how to handle certain situations. He will allow others to speak to you, so do not just write off everything people say. But the primary focus for you to maintain that confidence is not worry about the negative things that people have to say about you, is to get in your word and get a relationship with God, the one that created you, and allow him to show you who you are and what he's created you for. So I hope this helped you out in some way. If it did, make sure that you drop down in the comment section. Let's continue this conversation. Click like on this video, subscribe, all that good crazy stuff, and check the description out, because I put a lot of the notes and some of the scriptures and stuff that I've used in order to create this video. So hopefully that'll benefit you as well. And I look forward to talking to you again in the next video.